So he just wanted me to sort of kick off, and yeah. But I remember tabletop forwards and, you know, our sort of stuff nowadays is just basic, and these guys are doing things. I'm watching it going, I'm glad I'm not a professional windsurfer having to do that, because it hurts. It really does hurt. And these guys are pushing the boundaries, pushing the limits, and what they're doing at Jaws. You know, I watch our guys at Jaws. Brazini, I watch at Jaws, you know. Oh my God, you know, insane, isn't it, what they do? It's just, yeah, they're putting their life on the line. And they're putting their life on the line for a tenth of what we were doing it for, you know, which is sort of sad for them. You know, it's harsh because they're still training hard, they're still on the water, they're doing this stuff. On the other side of it, they only do 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, maybe, I think the race guys might do 7 or 8 competitions a year. We were doing 20. To be honest with you, I actually look at it, I would say, and I could be completely wrong, maybe controversial, I would say back in my day, I believe we were way more professional. Not way more, probably not the right word, but we were more professional because we had so much more to do, so many more competitions. All the development of the kit was radically intense, you know, slalom and course racing, obviously freestyle and waves and etc, etc. But on the flip side to that, the magazines and the social side was much more light-hearted. You know, magazines you had, you know, I don't know, I've got to be careful what I say, I suppose. Girls, topless girls and things in old magazines, and, you know, all this sort of different sort of fun and parties and stuff. You don't see that anymore. Tests in the magazines. If you made a crappy board or a shitty sail, they would write about it. Now, you never see that. It's the same tests pretty much, and they write a little, oh, it's a slightly, that's a little bit, you know, you read them all and they're all pretty good. Because if you don't write a good test, that company goes, well, I'm going to pull my adverts. And because the mags are so small and they sell so few, they can't afford to not have one brand without the advertising in the magazine. So, you know, you look at that now and you look at it all over. I'm saying it's not an English thing, it's a worldwide thing. Unfortunately, I think the world's gotten so soft. You know, we can't say anything, we can't criticize or point a finger, and not that that's a good thing necessarily, but we can't speak our mind. I mean, like I think I mentioned it a little bit before, I touched on it. Yeah, this whole sort of scenario of my life literally started, this real snowball effect started once I retired. And it went from divorce to relationship to stress to family problems. You know, we fell out within my own family because of these different issues within my life. And all these things from my younger days made me a fierce competitor, if you like. But once I retired, those same things that made me a good competitor were working against me in real life. But yeah, I had to let out all this steam, this anger, this frustration. And in the end, it came to Jane, my partner I'm with now. Yeah, from talking with her and dealing with her, she's a nurse, so she's got this sort of kind, soft side to her that, you know, talked me into, and it took a bit of talking to, I can tell you, get me into going to see a therapist, you know, and a counsellor. And she found this person, and I went to see this counsellor for 6 years, nearly every week. So that's a hell of a commitment, you know. Absolutely best thing I've ever done in my life. I'm like a different human being. It's amazing, I can't tell you. But, you know, and I went through some tough days, weeks, months, years, if I'm honest with you. You know, really did, and some sad times, I would say, like harsh times that most people that know me would never have ever seen, because I didn't show it. Because, you know, your ego's too big, you're too proud. So I didn't tell people at the time. Since obviously going through it and learning a lot of it, I told all my friends know, my family. I've said it in magazines and stuff, because one, I'm proud that I've done it. I think it's one of my biggest achievements. But two, I know there are millions, not thousands, millions of other people in the world across all walks of life that are in the same situation, you know, of sorts, to what I was in life, you know, and they're not living their best life. Oh God, I wouldn't even know what question to ask the next person. That's what we're asking, that's why I've got doing it, yeah. God, you're really testing me here.